All right, this is the fantasy sports boss. Wanted to jump on real quick because obviously the Damar Hamlin situation in this Buffalo Bills Cincinnati Bengals game just beyond scary, frightening, disturbing, nauseating, whatever adjective you want to use. Just a really horrible, scary situation. If you're just tuning in or you're just putting the game on, obviously, Hamlin gets hit, looked to be hit in the chest cavity area, goes down, unconscious for about 10 minutes. They perform CPR on the field. And, you could see Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, number of players were visibly upset and shedding tears. And just a really, really disturbing. And you know what? Like, here we are, myself, everybody else, this channel, the whole purpose of this channel is for fantasy football. We want to win our leagues tonight. We want to, bring home the league championship and the accolades and the money and all that. That means nothing with some, a situation like this. So, they've temporarily suspended the game. I don't think there's any reason or any, they shouldn't play. There's no reason to get, especially for the Buffalo Bills. There is no reason to put these players back on the field after such a scary incident. And performing CPR on the field, I only remember that one time. It was a Detroit Lions player a number of years ago. I want to say over 10 years ago where this happened. The guy was unconscious. They performed CPR, and luckily he came through and he turned out to be all right. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but this one went on for a long time. Apparently he was unconscious for 10 minutes. And now I'm married to a PA, and I showed her the video, and it's all conjecture at this point. But maybe one of the things she said was that an arrhythmia could have developed in his heart based on that hit, or maybe there was bleeding into the chest cavity that could have caused it. And of course, it's just conjecture at this point. We don't know what exactly happened, but downright frightening. And it's I'm shaken up watching it. I'm sure everybody else shaken up watching it. It's a game, and these guys, anybody that says these guys are overpaid is complete bullshit. I don't ever want to hear that again, because you have a situation like this now where this guy, who knows if he's even alive at this point. Like that's what's frightening about this whole thing. And so this has gone so viral that right now it says Twitter is at over capacity, as I'm trying to refresh this to see if there's any sort of update. And everybody is in unison on this. This game needs to be over. This is bigger than the game. Cancel the game. You can't expect either team or player to continue this game. I think and Roger Goodell is a complete asshole. We all know that. Cancel the fucking game. Like, I mean, what are you doing? For all we know, like I said, he could be, in a coma right now, or worse. So this is just bad. This is just bad. Yeah, prayers up to Damar, Kevin Valentine with that comment. Thank you for that. Yeah, and again, the whole purpose of this channel for fantasy football. I mean, I know myself. I was pumped. I have T. Higgins. He caught a pass. I need him to clinch my title tonight. That all means nothing. And we're all guilty of it. We get too involved in this sometimes, or anything in life, and we don't look at the big picture. And then something like this happens that kind of jolts us back into reality. And Goodell does need to do his job. Twitter is at over capacity right now, guys. I'm putting in this. I'm trying to refresh Damar Hamlin's name, and I can't even get an update because it says it's over capacity. So, I just don't even know. He was taken away in an ambulance. Both teams are in the locker room. It's been suspended until further notice. There is no way on God's green earth that they could restart this game. You think Roger Goodell is going to was destroyed over the Ray Rice thing? This will be a whole hell of a lot worse if he allows this game to go on. Just cancel the game. Go on the week 18. No way you can finish this game. The players are in terrible heads. Yes, absolutely, Kevin. They're in a terrible headspace. There's just no way that you can do this. It's this has always been my biggest fear, is that we see a player die on the field. This was awfully close. And again, we don't even have an update on it, but players are bigger, they're stronger, they're faster. The hitting is so much more ferocious. There's been so many concussions. The Tua Tagovailoa situation was downright frightening, and he's back in the protocol. You almost get the feeling that this could be sort of an inflection point for the NFL. Not sure what they could ever do to change it. A lot of rules and legislation have been passed over the years to protect quarterbacks and defenseless receivers, and the return game is pretty much obsolete now with the rules that they put in for that. But if this, God forbid, ends up a bad situation, the worst situation, then there's going to be a reckoning for sure. And it's just downright nauseating what happened. And yeah, Polumsky, they need to reschedule it for another night. That's neither here nor there in terms of, first, we just got to see, how is he? God forbid the worst case scenario happens. I don't even know if you can expect the team to play next week. It's just, let's see. You see, now here's what I'm talking about. This is why I can't stand Twitter. So I'm looking for an update, and some asshole posts update on Damar Hamlin's situation. Josh Allen said, "Long live the legend. Now let's play football." Damar Hamlin questionable to return. Like, are people that fucking stupid to say stuff like that? I mean, it's. This is why social media is the root of all evil in society. It really is. I know this game right now has been suspended, but it's not worth it. Again, no official update. Let me see if I can go to Ian Rappaport, see if he's got something, because he's usually the one that you go to who's kind of tuned in. I really think Rappaport's got Roger Goodell's ear. Let's see if he says anything here. No, he doesn't have to either. So yeah, we're still trying to figure out what exactly the update is, if there is any. Ambulance with police escort has just left the stadium en route to UC. So that 9 seconds ago was just by Kristen Mazer, who is a Cleveland News reporter. So that's somebody, and she's got the check mark next to her name. So Hamlin is in the ambulance. Okay, so now Joe Daneman, who is from Fox 19 in Cincinnati, I'm told Damar Hamlin has a pulse but is not breathing on his own. Needed an AED in addition to CPR on the field. So he's not breathing on his own. So that's not good. I mean, if he's not breathing on his own and he's unconscious for 10 minutes, you start worrying about brain damage and situations like that. So he has a pulse but not breathing on his own. So that's the latest thing that just came out. That was from Joe Daneman of Fox 19 Cincinnati. So still refreshing for updates. So, I mean, listen, I don't think we're going to get any updates. Okay, ambulance for Damar Hamlin. Getting his mother from the stands to ride with him. Oh, my God, his mother was there. Jesus Christ. His mother was in the stands. So Damar Hamlin's mother was in the stands when this happened. And listen, I got 2 kids. Anybody that's got a child, that has got to be the worst situation to witness something like that. And you know, again, it makes you, it snaps you into reality, because again, I was on here a couple hours ago talking about fantasy football with all you guys. A lot of you guys who are in the chat now, I was talking with you before, and it's all about let's win tonight. Let's win the money, the league title, the trophy, all that stuff. Well, that all means nothing. So it means absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. It left me with a bad feeling, and it actually, honestly, kind of just made me feel kind of crummy. That I was more concerned tonight, prior to this happening, about winning a meaningless league championship, and then this happens. So, and Joe Castles with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Joe. May the Lord Jesus hold him in his hands. Yes. whatever denomination you are, and if you're so inclined, please, positive thoughts and prayers, and all those other those thoughts too. And it made me think too. We're in the new year. We need to do better in a lot of things in society. And I don't mean to be preachy, but perspective for one, and we've seen that tonight. And all these shootings and these mass shootings and people just killing each other left and right for no reason, and it's just we've become so immune to it. The Idaho story, the school shootings, another one happens, and we just think to us, okay, where was it? How many are dead? And then it's like we become numb to it. So, we need to do better as a society in a lot of different areas. And, I'm sorry it took a situation like this tonight in Buffalo to remind myself of what's important. You know what I mean? So, and again, it's just, we don't know what happened. Could he, I'm not going to speculate anymore. All I'm doing now is just trying to get some updates. And that was the only, the Fox 19 said that he was still not breathing on his own. And that's the latest. So no immediate word. Both teams are still in the locker room. Second-year player out of Pittsburgh. He's put on a stretcher, given an IV while surrounded by players from both teams. He's receiving oxygen. He's receiving oxygen. What the hell could have happened? Seriously. And like I said, the two things that my spouse had said what could have possibly happened was an arrhythmia from the hit to the chest area. And listen, we've heard stories like this. There was a local high school here where I live on Long Island. It was a lacrosse goal. He got hit in the chest with the ball and he died instantly. Just stuff like that. We hear it all the time, right? The jolt to the chest could send the heart out of rhythm, and then a bad situation could result from that. All right, let me see. Twitter still. All right. Handling right way. Understand this is bigger than the game. So, all right. So nothing updating yet. So I don't think we're going to get an update on this probably for a little bit. But I'm telling you right now, if this game gets played, even if we hopefully find out that he's okay, even if we get that news, and that's what I'm praying for, and everybody I'm sure is praying for, 24-year-old kid, whole life ahead of him. If we find out he's going to be okay, you still can't play this game. There is no way you can ask these players to go back on the field and do this. It's just not going to happen. Social media needs to realize there's so much more to life than just football. Yes. And social media is just a cesspool of negativity and just garbage. It really is. I'm still with that, the fact that he's not breathing on his own. That's the last thing he has, but he had a pulse. So, that's good that his chest is actually beating on its own. But here's the thing too, he was unconscious for 10 minutes. How long was he, not getting brain, did he stop breathing? He got CPR, so he was not breathing at some point. How long did he not get oxygen to his brain? These are all the things that have to be taken into consideration right now. Aortic dissection. Some people are posting stuff about that now. I don't know. But anyway, so like I said, I just wanted to jump on here and discuss that because, it was shocking, scary, jolting, all those things. So, just that. Thank you for you guys coming in and offering up your prayers and support as well. So we'll update this obviously later on tonight if we get one. Let's just take it hour by hour to see what we got here, and I'm not going to plan anything out for tomorrow. And we'll just go from there. All right. So Yeah, that's all I got on that. Still shocked. Can't believe what I saw tonight. Just awful stuff. So, guys, try to have a good night. I will chat with all of you tomorrow. Okay, take care, guys.